In this video, we're going to talk about the cost of living right here in the city of Mobile, Alabama. Now, I'm standing here at the AMC Theater on Schillinger, and of course I'm holding some popcorn, and we're going to enjoy this for the whole ride. But I'm going to talk about the price of tickets. We're going to talk about fast food restaurants, other restaurants, groceries. We're going to talk about utility bills, the average price of housing, so many of the details that you could possibly want to know about living in the city of Mobile. So let's get started. Hey, my name is Jeff Jones with Keller Williams right here in the city of Mobile. I've lived here my whole life, and my favorite thing to do is when I look down at my phone and I get a phone call from someone that I do not recognize. And I love getting to help you guys with questions and just the overall home shopping process. So any questions you have, call the number on the screen, shoot me a message below. I'd love to help you any way I can. But today, well, we're talking about the cost of living, and we're starting here at the AMC Theater with my very favorite snack. And this popcorn, believe it or not, the cost of a small popcorn is $8.59 plus tax. Now, the cost of a single adult ticket for an evening showing, not a matinee, but a regular ticket, well, it's $13.59 plus tax. So that gives you an idea of, well, the price of everything. And of course, everything's going up because of inflation and the way that's happening. But hey, we're keeping up with the times. But Mobile, it's still holding pretty strong with being less expensive to live here than most places around the country. And we're going to prove that by showing you some of the other prices, fast food restaurants and some different places. So let's head there now. So we're standing out here in front of ChickfilA, also on Schillinger. We have several other locations in Mobile, but this particular ChickfilA, a number 3 8-count with a drink and french fries, you're looking at about $7.65 plus tax. So that should help you with a little perspective on cost of fast food in Mobile. Okay, so we're gonna call this a sit-down restaurant. Now this is Briquettes. This is the corner of Schillinger and Airport, and I would call this a nice dine-in restaurant. It's a mom and pop restaurant, original to Mobile. There are 2 locations in Mobile. It's one of my favorites. Now, a ribeye, which is what I always get. So I get the 12-ounce ribeye, and it is $22.99. Of course, you get 2 sides, you know, really everything you need. Then the drinks extra, probably around the $2.99 part. And then my wife always gets the Parmesan chicken. I believe that is, well, $12.99. Then the salmon's like 15 bucks. So this is a great place. And it's very, very popular. So if you get here on a Friday night, you need to be prepared to wait a little bit. But if you get here at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you can go right in. So one of my favorite grocery stores in Mobile is called Rouse's. We've got several locations. They actually got started in Houma, Louisiana. So this is like a regional grocery store. And I like the prices, I like the atmosphere. Now, I couldn't record inside the store, and the reason why is we had Jackson 5 going on over the loudspeaker, and of course, with copyright laws, well, YouTube might have put restrictions on me. So, you know, a couple things we talked about. Obviously, we just left Briquettes, and that would be a sit-down restaurant steak. Well, we compared prices with a ribeye steak inside. We also, you know, went to bacon, got pricing on bacon, what that was like, and then talked about milk. What's milk? The average price? Well, that was 2% milk. And then, of course, we went and looked at pizza, one of my favorite things. And then, of course, we also ended up at Coca-Cola, 2-liter bottles, not a bad price. So that should give you an idea of the cost of living if you go shopping at a Rouse's grocery store in the city of Mobile. Now, as we head to the next place, which is going to answer a lot of questions, I will tell you that with regard to shopping, there are basically 2 different sections in Mobile. You've got the city and the county. And of course, if you're in the city, then the sales tax is going to be 10%. I know that's pretty high, but our property tax is so stinking low. But if you're in the city, it's 10%. And if you're in the county, well, it's 9%. It depends on really where. But that's the basic answer. Go over that speed bump, sorry. 9% in the county, 10% in the city. Now, one of the most important things about the cost of living in Mobile, well, of course, is housing. Now, we obviously talk a lot about housing prices on this channel, but we don't talk about utilities very much. And so I've got 3 bills here in my hand that are going to be from Alabama Power, Mobile Area Waterworks, and also Spire, which handles the gas. And so we're going to talk about that. But this house was an average house in the city of Mobile, sold for around $250,000. And I want you to come with me. We're going to walk around the house a little bit, and I'm going to show you some of the details on the utilities and how things work. Now, one of the things, obviously, this is a water heater, but this is a gas water heater, and you can see that by the gas line. And so your gas bill is going to be, fairly consistent every month based on this, but it's going to change in the winter and in the summer depending on if your HVAC unit has gas. So let's go inside and let me show you something here. You can tell by looking at it that this does have gas, and so in the winter, well, where are we? This right here, this is proof that in the winter, well, your power bill may not be very much, but your gas bill is going to be very expensive. So it's kind of a balance. You might have a less expensive power bill in the winter, but you're going to have an expensive gas bill. That's just how it works. Well, if we're talking about power bills, well, Alabama Power, every time you see that bill come in the summer, well, the month of August like this, on a house this size, probably going to be around $250 to $300. And this unit is actually off, which is something you don't see very often, but that means that the house inside is probably pretty efficient. So that is a good sign. So I'm sitting here in the front yard. Obviously, I've got multiple water meters here, and the reason why, sometimes that can represent that the house has a sprinkler system. And if they do, well, then the water bill, well, it's going to be more expensive. But the good news is, if you do have a sprinkler system, you want that on a separate meter so you're not actually paying for sewer on the water that's watering your grass. But I would say that on a house this size, around 1,800 square feet, $250,000, you're looking at a water bill of around $65 to $75, depending on how many people live there. But that should give you an idea of what to expect living in the city of Mobile. So every month, if your house has gas and you have one of these outside, you're going to get a letter in the mail from Spire, and that's who actually handles the gas in the city of Mobile. And it also, it's going to depend on if your water heater is gas or it's electric, or if your heater itself is gas or electric. So in the summer, obviously, you're not running the heat, but you are going to be taking some hot showers. So I would say in the summer, on a house this size with a gas water heater, you're probably looking at a bill in the $40 to $50 range. So if you have these in your yard, well, it is definitely time to cut the grass. That's never a good sign. So if you want to hire a lawn maintenance company, a house in West Mobile like this, about a quarter of an acre to a third of an acre, you're looking at about $50 to $60 each time. They're going to want to come out, put you on a schedule about every 2 weeks, and they're going to, cut the grass, they're going to edge it, trim it, blow it off, make it look really nice. But that's pretty much what you can expect. Getting the yard cut with a lawn maintenance company, about $50 to $60 every 2 weeks. Now, as we're heading across town to go to a place that has become so popular in Mobile, I do want to end on a note with this house and say, hey, one of the main reasons people move here is property taxes. And this house right here, I know it's hard to believe, but the yearly property tax is less than $1,000. It is crazy cheap. We've got super cheap property taxes. Maybe that's, balances out the fact that we do have high sales tax, but yep, a house like that in the $250 range, less than $1,000 a year. Well, when you're on the way to your next destination and you're almost on empty, well, you got to stop and fill up. So that's what we're doing. But it's a good time to talk about, with regard to the cost of living in Mobile, the cost of gas. Now, this is in the city of Mobile at the corner of Cody Road and Grelot Road. And this gas is $3.71. Now that's regular unleaded, but just down the street, I saw earlier today at the corner of Old Shell and Cody, gas was $3.55. So that's a pretty huge difference on the same street. So I'm thinking in Mobile right now, second week of August 2022, we're looking at about $3.50 to around $3.75 or $3.80 for a gallon of gas that's regular unleaded. Okay, now one thing we cannot forget, I was just passing by and I thought, hey, this is pretty important, they need to know about this. And that is the cost of an average man's haircut in the city of Mobile. Now I called a couple of different places and checked around, and honestly, I was shocked. It was more expensive than what I thought, but the average price was between $24 and $25. So obviously if you go to more of a high-end place, it's going to be a little more, and you could probably find it a little cheaper, but the average price, well, it's about 25 bucks. So I wanted to wrap up this video at someplace pretty special. We're at the University of South Alabama in the famous Bell Tower, and you should see it when it's prom season. All the local high school students, they come out and they take their pictures here. But it's a beautiful place, and in the background you can hear The drumline's practicing, they're getting ready for the football season. Well, honestly, that's only a couple of weeks away. Now, the reason I want to feature the University of South Alabama, of course, there are a lot of universities in Mobile. You've got University of Mobile, you've got Spring Hill College and some other junior colleges. But with South Alabama, it's a really large university. They're close to 10,000 undergraduate students. And as far as price, if you want to live, stay at home and pay for in-state tuition, you're going to be able to do that for less than $10,000 for the year. And honestly, compared with going out of state and other places, it's a really great deal. So education here in the city of Mobile is very reasonable. And South Alabama is not someplace you go, well, it's in town, so I guess I'm going to go there. No, it's a highly sought after place that people come to from all around the world. So if you're looking for education, well, University of South Alabama is a great choice. And that's it, folks. That is in detail about the cost of living for the city of Mobile. I've wanted to make this video for a long time, but the thing is, things kept changing so much because of all the things that our country has gone through over the last few years. But what has remained consistent is when you compare it with the rest of the country, Mobile, Alabama is still a very, very reasonable place to live. I love looking down at my phone and it's a number I don't recognize. It's one of you guys who's got questions, or you want to actually move here and you need some help doing that. Well, I'll be more than happy to help. So call the number on the screen, shoot me a message, shoot me an email, and don't forget to check out my website. It's livinginmobile.com, and also on Instagram you can connect with me there. It's @JeffJonesAgent. I love getting to connect with you guys, and it's really cool because I get messages from time to time and people are telling me about their journey and how, hey, I'm moving there in just another year. I can't wait. So I absolutely love doing that. But shoot me a message. I love to hear from you, but don't forget, like and subscribe because each week we're dropping a brand new video.